What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the Night Owl channel, and welcome back to where we are looking at the highlights for It's a Games Feed 28th win in a row. 2 wins away from 30 in a row. Can we make it to 30 in a row? Make sure you're subscribed so you can find out if we can make it to 30. But as you can see here, an absolute crushing victory over this Asian clan. 117 to 104, 99.68%. Let's take a look at some of the highlights here. And before we jump into the highlights, there's a little montage. This highlight video is going to include mostly Town Hall 13 attacks because, as you can see from the montage, a lot of the bases down low, they were oddly rushed looking bases, so I decided not to include the, the ones where we're easily taking down the, the rushed looking bases, and I just included the ones where people were smashing their top bases. Let's go ahead and jump into the replays and the highlights of It's a Games Feed 28th win in a row. Crazy. Alright, first up we got Smoke hitting this ring style Legend League base, super popular among the legends right now. And if you're having a hard time taking it down, this is one strategy to use to take down these ring bases. So he's using a Sui Lalo attack strategy. He's coming in with his heroes to take down, I believe, the Eagle and potentially the CC as well. He's got a Blimp Bomb loaded up in order to narrow down the pathing and to take out the CC and, clear out the way for his Lalo. So the King and Queen are pushing in. He broke his, he wall breaked into the first layer. And the World Champion is now engaged with the King. King's going to push in with his ability and make his way towards the Eagle Artillery. And then we have a couple loons coming in from the 3 o'clock corners, soaking up some black air mines. Blimp Bomb's going to sneak right in, right towards that scatter shot and the multi-inferno tower. And it's going to drop right on top of the mortar. Then here comes the enemy CC out of the clan castle. Queen's making her way towards the Eagle. It's all by itself, and she's going to be able to take it down with no problem at all. She still has her ability. And a Hound and an Ice Golem comes out of the CC and is going to slowly approach her and try to take her down. The Hound's going to be stationary for a little bit. It's going to go down pretty easily. And Ice Golem's not going to engage the Queen. Here comes the poison to get all the pups out the way. And now he's ready to start the Lalo. So Lalo's coming in from the 12 o'clock corner along with the around like the 3 o'clock corners. So what he's trying to do is take the loons in the 12 o'clock corner and speed them up in order to take down the defenses around that area. So that way the loons will collapse into each other, into the middle of the base, and they'll have nowhere to go except for through the Town Hall. And as soon as they reach the Town Hall, he's going to use his Warden ability in order to save them from the Town Hall blast. But they make it into the middle there pretty easy because of the pathing that was left behind from the loons in the 12 o'clock corner. So that's what you want to do with Lalo. So he came in from the right side with his Blimp Bomb, and that cut off that side, took out a majority of the defenses and all that good stuff. And then he had a majority of the loons coming from the 12 o'clock corner in order to snipe off the defenses around that area, so none of the loons would go around the base and they would collapse right into the middle. And as you can see here, it's going to be an easy wipe for Smoke. And I just wanted to showcase this attack because a lot of people go against this base in Legend League, and if you're having a hard time with it, Lalo is a good option to take it down. But there you have it, guys. First attack by Smoke, easily tripling this Legend League style base. Alright, next up we got Superman hitting this interesting looking base with a Queen Charge Dragon attack strategy. Drag loons, and he's got a couple loons coming down the 9 o'clock side looking for black air mines and taking down those defenses on the outside of the base. Queen's going to come down and push her way towards the base. He's got a jump for her. He's got the wall wrecker to push her in towards the base and towards the objectives he wants to take down with his Queen Charge. Air defense is going to go down, and she's going to make her way towards the multi-compartment. The Eagle's on this side, and the enemy Queen is on this side as well. Here comes a wall wrecker to push her way into the base. Healers are going to come down, and wall wrecker is going to punch his way through. Rage is now, first Rage is coming down to engage the enemy Queen. Wall wrecker is going to push through the second layer, and I believe it's going to go down. And a couple Ice Golems and loons come out. One of the loons actually pulls a black air mine, so that's a great pull for that. Baby Dragon's going to come in to snipe off the multi-inferno tower. Great use of the Baby Dragon there. And now she's going to engage the Eagle and take it down. A great objective to get out of the way early so that way the drags can move through the base easily without worrying about that extra firepower coming down on top of them. Now we got the heal, well, not the heal, we got the Hound and the enemy Ice Golem coming out of the CC. We got the second Rage coming down to get the Queen to the scatter shot, multi-inferno tower. And I'm assuming the enemy CC once they're done with the friendly Ice Golem. We got the King on the top side falling down that path, and he's ready to bring in the dragons. He set up a great path here with the Queen Charge. Geez, look at all that value the Queen got. That's insane. Crazy amount of value. World Champion coming down from the 6 o'clock corner to take down the lone air defense. Now we got the dragons pushing in along with the loons, and you can see the path here. I mean, everything on the backside of the base is really destroyed, and dragons really have nowhere to go except straight through the base, straight through the Town Hall. And everybody knows how tanky dragons are. So it's going to be pretty tough for the base to stop this attack at this point. Great value from that Queen Charge, as Superman absolutely is going to destroy this base with the Dragon Loon attack strategy. You don't see many Dragon attack strategies anymore. They're very popular for like pushing, I would say. I think they're stronger at pushing than using them in war. I know they were super popular when they first came out, when Town Hall 13 first came out, because not everybody was upgraded yet, and everybody's defenses were kind of low, and their HP was kind of bulky for the Dragon, and that's why they were easily destroying a lot of bases. But you don't see a lot of Dragon attacks that much anymore, so it was cool seeing this unique attack from Superman taking down this base easily with the Queen Charge Drag Loon attack strategy. Making it look easy and bringing in the 3-star is Superman. Alright, next up we got Zeke hitting this interesting looking base. Now, one thing about this base I want to mention, that 2 of the other like 3-stars that happened during this war was bases that looked exactly like this. I don't know why. They had the same base for like 3 people, and once one person figured it out, everybody did the exact same thing and took it down. I'm going to cover one of them because I think it was Dusta that hit 2 bases that looked like this. So I'll cover one of his, and I'll use his other replay and include it on the backside, but I'm not going to commentate the same base 3 times. It'd be kind of ridiculous. Anyway, so Queen's coming down. Queen Charge Hog attack is what he's deciding to use here. It's 2 scatter shots right next to the Town Hall, and Clan Castle's out by itself. Town Hall's out by itself. There's little compartments where he's trying to take down with his Queen Charge. We got the Hound and the Ice Golem coming out and pushing its way towards the Queen. So yeah, the Town Hall goes down pretty easily. Now the Queen's going to engage the Hound and the Ice Golem. His King came down to take down the enemy King, get him out the way early, so you don't have to worry about him later. And then we have the Poison coming down on the Lava Pups, and we still have an X-Bow and Scatter Shot shooting down on the Queen there. He's out of rages. He already used 1 freeze for the Scatter Shot compartment right there. Here comes the Siege Barracks along with the Queen Charge. She uses her ability, and she's taking a lot of fire here as she's trying to push her way through that small compartment of defenses. Tornado Trap's getting set off, and that Siege Barracks is taking a lot of damage. It's going to open up, and here comes the Hogs out of the Siege Barracks in order to assist with taking down this compartment. World Champ comes down. She's going to push her way into the compartment as well in order to clear out the X-Bow and the Multi-Inferno Tower. And then here come the Hogs on the left side, and they're going to push in with the Warden. Queen's coming around, and now they are set up for taking down the remainder of the base. He's got 2 heals and a freeze along with the Royal Champ and Grand Warden ability in order to take out the remainder of the base here. Enemy Queen is firing on top of his Hogs. Hopefully that Royal Champion can redirect to take her down, but she's going to go up towards that top side. Warden ability gets popped, and the Hogs are making their way through the base, absolutely destroying everything with the Hog Riders. And first heal is going to come down where that X-Bow concentration of X-Bows are. There's like 3 of them right there. He freezes 2 of them, and the Hogs are going to continue to push their way through the base. World Champion's up top there, uses her ability, and all the X-Bows are now down. And you can see here, this is pretty much going to end up being a nice looking 3-star, and the other 2 attacks are going to look similar to this one. I think it was Medusa that hits the bases that look exactly like this, and he absolutely destroys it with the exact same attack. So I'll include one of them with some commentating. Not that much though, because it's literally the exact same attack. And then I have his second attack. I believe it was the #1 base that had this base, so I'll include that as well. And you guys can see it happen again. So if you see that base, I guess it's pretty popular. I don't know if it's common with them or if it's common in general. But yeah, if you see that base in war, definitely use the Queen Charge Hog attack. Medusa also uses the Queen Charge Hog attack to take down both of the other bases that look like that. So Zeke coming in with the 3-star with the Queen Charge Hog attack. Alright, next up we got Looter returning to the list, returning to the highlights with this Yeti Bowler attack strategy. He's got the 4 Quakes, he's got 3 Rages, a Jump, Poison. He's ready to go to take down this base with, he's got 2 moats in the middle of the base. He has 2 moats in the middle of his base. Quite interesting. I don't think I've seen a base like that. Anyway, so King's coming down along with the Yeti. He's got a Wizard in the 9 o'clock corner to funnel down that side. Siege Barracks is up in the 12 o'clock corners, and the Jump is placed right where the Inferno Tower and the Town Hall is. So he's funneling the left and the right side of the designated area he wants to attack, and he's coming straight at the Town Hall first. Ensure that 2-star, but he's going to end up getting a 3-star with this beautiful attack. The Yetis and the Bowlers are coming down. We got a Queen, Warden, Healers. Everybody's ready to rock and roll. We're going into the base now, and we're going to take it down. Hound's coming out of the enemy CC. First Rage is going to come down, and that Hound's going to go down pretty fast. And then here come the Quakes to open up the middle of the base there. And does he drop the poison on the pups? I don't think he does. Here comes the Warden ability. He's pushing through. Does he save that poison for later? Or does he swag it? I'm not sure. I forgot what he does with it. But the poison doesn't come down. Pups are down pretty much. They're going to go down here pretty easily. And Yetis and the Bowlers are pushing through. He's got 1 Rage left over. And everybody is surging to the middle of the base. World Champion on the top there, taking down all the defenses on the outside of the base. And I just noticed this base has scatter shots on the outside of the base. That's kind of weird. Anyway, so World Champion ability gets popped. You're going to take down that first scatter shot. Another, last Rage is going to come down on top of the Yetis and Bowlers. And they're doing tons of damage in the middle of the base there. Absolutely destroying the base. There's really not much left. I mean, that next Expo compartment's about to go down. And then once that's down, we have an outside scatter shot, a multi, and I guess the world champion that's left. There's not really much else left here. He already used the poison. I'm not sure what he used it for. Yeah, not much left here, and he still has the queen ability. But yeah, Looter making it easy with the Yeti bowler attack. He's going to wipe the remainder of the base pretty easily. Lots of Yetis left over, and pretty strong attack. So if you guys like the Yetis and the Mash Yeti's not working or P.E.K.K.A. Yeti's not working, try bowlers with it. Bowlers work pretty well with Yetis, it seems, and he's able to get the 3-star pretty easily. He basically was able to swag his queen ability, which is pretty cool. And absolutely takes down the base easily. Looter coming in with an easy 3-star, making it look easy with the Yeti bowler attack. Alright, next up we got Sea Dog returning to the list here with a P.E.K.K.A. Bow Witch against a very popular Legend League style ring base. I mean, I see this base quite some... I used to see it a lot. I don't know if I see it as much as I used to, but definitely you see it a bunch in Legend League. So, I mean, if it can be applied to this ring base, it can be applied to most ring bases. If you guys want to try the P.E.K.K.A. Bow Witch, make sure to follow along and see how Sea Dog takes down this pretty popular ring base. So we get the Warden on the left side of the funnel, left side of the base, just preparing the funnel for the attack. We get the P.E.K.K.A., a King, a Witch, a Wizard. Everybody's coming down on the right side to help with that funnel in order to keep everybody in the middle and push them towards the middle of the base and take it down. If you cannot get the triple, at least try to guarantee the 2-star. 2 stars are obviously a lot better than a 1-star. But King ability gets popped here, takes down the enemy King, and they push in towards the enemy queen and take her down as well. Here comes the P.E.K.K.A.s along with the wall wrecker. We got bowlers, the queen, witches. Everybody's pushing in now. And let's see if they stay on track to the middle of the base or if they bounce out. So Rage is coming down. We got the bowlers pushing in. Wall wrecker's going to get through that first layer. One of the P.E.K.K.A.s go around, and I believe he tracks all the healers. So all the healers are going to follow that one P.E.K.K.A. around the base. We get the P.E.K.K.A.s and the bowlers and the other P.E.K.K.A.s. They're going to the middle of the base. Poison comes down on top of the hound that pops. Warden ability gets popped. And everybody's pushing into the base here. So a lot of troops went into the middle. So his funneling attempt actually went pretty well. He got all of his bowlers, all of his witches. He got the queen and the world champ. Everybody's in the middle of the base here. They're absolutely destroying the middle of the base. Jumps placed down the backside. P.E.K.K.A.s, and I believe there's no bowlers left. Just witches, and the heroes are pushing through the backside of the base there. We still have that P.E.K.K.A. on the outside with the healers. And they're taking some damage now as that air defense is firing off. We got a couple witches on top of that air defense to take it down. And World Champ's going to go up by itself. And looks like she's going to go down. And Queen still has her ability. We still have a P.E.K.K.A. alive. We have tons of witches. Holy crap. Lots of witches left over. Now he just has to worry about cleaning up the remainder of the base with the troops he has left. Which really he doesn't have any problem with. He's got the Queen ability still. So not looking too dangerous for him to finish off the base here. The healers are still with that P.E.K.K.A. He's going to take down the Tesla farm all by himself. And this is going to be a nice easy 3-star for Sea Dog. So if you're having trouble with these, Legend League bases or the ring style bases, definitely recommend trying out the P.E.K.K.A. Bow Witch attack strategy. It's pretty powerful. If you can get your troops into the middle of the base and protect them, and you can have them do damage and get the value that you need from them, you're going to end up with a lot of 3 or high 2 stars along your path with the Legend League. But that's going to be an easy 3-star for Sea Dog, making it look easy with the P.E.K.K.A. Bow Witch attack strategy. Let's go ahead and move on to the next person. Alright, next up we got Sim hitting number 2 here. This is actually the base that I decided to hit as well. This was my second attack, and I ended up getting a 2-star, 91% because... what did I do? Oh yeah, I did the Blimp Bomb, and I didn't get the Town Hall. I think I got right to where the Scatter Shot and the Sweeper was, but the Yetis, the Yeti Mites weren't able to get the Town Hall down, so I had to go through the Town Hall instead of going through the backside like I wanted to. But Sim's going to correct my mistake here, and he's going to use the Queen Charge Hybrid Attack as well. But instead of using the Blimp Bomb, he's going to charge into the base using a jump and take down the Town Hall, CC, Scatter Shot, all that good stuff in the middle of the base there where the Town Hall is at. So Queen's going to make her way towards the Town Hall and all that good stuff there. And then once she gets closer to the base, she's going to engage the King. And she's going to take down the King and push her way in. So this is what I originally wanted to do, but instead of bringing a normal Queen Charge, I had the Blimp Bomb come in and try to snipe off the Town Hall and all that good stuff. Because the Blimp Bomb is extremely powerful right now. It's really hard to stop. The Sweeper was pointing in the wrong direction, and the base was scouted a couple times, so there wasn't any black air mines or anything. The Blimp just didn't make it to the Town Hall, or when it exploded, the Yetis came out and they were in the Scatter Shot compartment, and they weren't right next to the Town Hall. But anyway, we have the Siege Barracks and the King on the 9 o'clock corner. They're going to funnel down that left side. The Queen's engaging the enemy CC. Poison's going to come down on top of them. And you can see the path forming for the Miners and the Hogs. Miners are going to come down first and then clean up the outside of the base. Here comes the Warden along with the Hog Riders. And there you go. Perfect pathing throughout that backside of the base. Now, if you are using a base that's like this, that's kind of like split, definitely would recommend changing the base. The Hybrid Attack is extremely powerful against these types of bases, because you set the Queen Charge or the Blimp Bomb to take down, one section, and then you have the Miners and the Hogs absolutely rip through the second section or the back section, whatever you want to call it. So we have the Miners and the Hogs pushing through, and a huge Warden ability encompasses the Siege Barracks Hogs, and then of course all the Hogs and Miners that came out originally. and this base is absolutely destroyed. Sim making it look easy, and unfortunately for me, I wasn't able to get the triple for this one. I did have one triple in this war, but it was against a weaker Town Hall 13s. So I'm not going to include it in this highlights. I know you guys must be super sad. No, I'm just kidding. It's all good. But he's got so many hogs and miners left over. Dear God, he just absolutely overpowers the base. And like I said, he makes it look super easy, destroying the base. Looks like he didn't even really break a sweat. So Sim coming in with a 3-star against number 2 with the Queen Charge Hybrid. Alright, last attack I'm going to kind of go over here. Hey, look, it's that base I was talking about before. We got Dusa coming in with the Queen Charge Hog attack. That's exactly what Zeke used to take it down. So that's what Dusa's going to do here to take down this base as well. I'm not going to talk through pretty much any of the replay because you guys have already seen it. And then you're going to see, Dusa use the exact same attack against, I think they're number 9 or something. Somebody else had the base as well. So, but the only difference between Dusa's attack and Zeke's attack, Zeke came from an angle. He came from like the 2 o'clock side. Dusa's coming right at the base. He's coming right from the corner. And he's going to end up taking it down with its attack strategy. So we ended up winning this war 117 to 104. That pushes the war win streak up to 28 in a row. Ridiculous how long this streak is going on. I'm glad to be a part of it. And again, I'm glad I'm able to record the replays and show you guys how they're doing it and stuff like that. Hogs seem to be a big favorite for these guys. Hybrid, Yetis. A lot of the meta attacks seem to be pretty, good for these guys. That's all I really have for the video, guys. I'm going to let Medusa's, replay play to show you guys the base getting destroyed again with the Queen Charge Hog attack. Again, if you guys see this base in war, you guys have 3 replays to go off of, so make sure to, just study it, practice it, and you'll be taking down bases that look like this, no problem as well. But that's all I have for the video, guys. Again, huge shout out to It's a Game Feed for allowing me to capture the footage and all that good stuff. And I'll see you guys in the next video. If you guys have any questions or anything, just let me know. And but that's all I got, guys. Thanks for watching, everyone.